El Camino, did you consider how faith and spirituality would complement your choice of study and career?
For a long time, I felt really moved by my work on the Navajo reservation, and it seemed to me like that was the best possible, the best possible way to use my time and my energy. But that also didn't seem like it could be like turned into a job,
a paying job.
Yeah. So there was this sort of disconnect between like what I thought a job could be, and then looking at my options, like living in Boulder, of like jobs I could actually get and support myself with. So I always felt like there should be some way to make your spirituality play into your vocation and your job, but it never seemed to me like there was actually a good way to do that.
I don't know, maybe for me, El Camino would have been more beneficial as a high school student, just because like I feel like your major is supposed to be something that you have picked out when you come. I think for me, I've always thought that the best way you can serve God is to find your passion and to find like the talents that He gave you and use them.
Yeah. So your experience with, I mean, you knew a lot of these people from Bread and Belonging. Mm-hmm. Did you feel like you got to know them in different ways through El Camino?
Yeah, I did, because El Camino got a little bit more personal, I think. And B&B is like a fun place, and so we all go hang out,
more like shooting the breeze about like your school life,
right? And we would be like really goofy.
Yeah, like what you doing this weekend? Yeah. I'm like cracking jokes about class, and then
El Camino got like to the meat though. It got real.
Where I was like, man, back when I was like 10 years old, I had this amazing experience. Like,
it got real quick.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I kind of observed that. What about hearing from some of the other mentors about how they had their own fears and how they switched jobs and ended up in careers that were very unlike theirs?
Kind of thing you always like suspect, but it was so good to hear it from someone like you see people who've like clearly accomplished what they wanted in life, or they're really on the path to success, and it's really comforting to hear them like, yeah, I started out in like telemarketing, or like my first job was like catching fish in a, like whatever the hell they were doing. It just felt really nice to feel like that uncertainty and starting out in maybe a totally wrong job is not the end of the world. Like you can end up totally on the path that you want. There can be some distractions in the beginning, but it's not like you're determining your life path right now.
I think it's hard to find people who haven't had a major career switch.
Yeah.
So I guess I was really surprised at the willingness for someone from career services to even speak about how their faith got them to their current vocation, and just the whole discussion of vocation. That was really cool, astounding. I wish I'd had all of that when I was your age, because I was just kind of, with the blindfold on, stumbling around in the dark.
Yeah, and it felt like something that people from like a secular background could really benefit from too.
Yes.
I mean, obviously some of it was very Christianity tinged, but overall El Camino felt like a really great resource for like finding meaning in your work, whether or not that comes from like your conception of Christian religion, or whether you're like totally an atheist or any other sort of faith journey. It just felt like a really good resource to have, and finding what really, like mind maps, like that's not a Christian thing, that's something everyone can benefit from. Right. It felt like the kind of thing that it really has a lot of potential to like spread,